What's going on, y'all? Nick back with another video. This video is going to be pretty much how it's been my first 1,000 miles riding a motorcycle. As you can see, I'm at 5,892, and pretty much that is about 1,000 miles, I would say. 892 isn't like not that much, but just on this motorcycle, coming from absolutely no riding experience whatsoever, it's a lot. And here's a few things that I have learned, and I'm going to throw a few clips in of me riding. So, number one, that if you do what you're trained, like what you're taught how to do, and to not get scared or get too in your head about what you're doing, then you'll be fine. So, pretty much, that is like one of the main things is like, don't get too in your head about it. Yeah, it's dangerous, but then again, what are you riding a motorcycle for? I mean, if you really wanted to, you could just get like a hybrid or a Tesla or something like that if you wanted to be completely 100% safe. And even those, they have their drawbacks and they're not as safe as people think they are. But number two of what I've learned coming from 0 miles to 1,000 miles is that a lot of people have a lot of opinions and none of them really matter. All you got to do is focus on what you're doing. Ride your own ride, and don't be too scared to make your own path. Like don't think that you need to follow one person or do everything that this person says, or like let somebody get too in your head about it, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to overthink so that then you can do what they like. They can form you into whatever they want you to do. And number three is that counter steering is extremely important. It's not really taught in the MSF counter steering. It's talked over, like I think that my MSF course teacher gave me one sentence about counter steering, and it's kind of stuck with me because there was only one sentence about it. But once you kind of master that, and then realizing that you can use a little bit of engine braking when you're in curves, then you're pretty set. Like I'm not a master, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. And if you have anything to add, just put it in the comments and let me know. But from what I've done, I mean, I really don't like speeding. Like, yeah, I've pretty much like full throttled this thing, this 500, and I completely understand why people are like, oh yeah, you should only get a 500 for your first bike, a 600 max, because this thing does not like going over 90 miles an hour with me on it, I guess. Because, I mean, I'm 6'2", 165 to 70 pounds, and this bike definitely doesn't like going over 90. It is quick, but you're not going to be passing people like you're on a Gixxer 1000 or a BMW S1000 RR or anything like that. This is a very beginner bike, and it's definitely showed me that I really have no idea what I'm doing and I need to practice. Number 3 or 4. That one is going to be how important having first aid on your motorcycle really is. And thank God I haven't had to use my first aid kit, but I have it right here because I made a short about it. A lot of people get these Tramoto kits, and yeah, they're very nice and they're very portable, and you don't have to throw it in a backpack. And I get it, and it's very just set it and buy it and forget about it. Like you don't have to worry about it. But I suggest, this is just coming from me, go to your local, like they don't really call them gun shops, but like surplus stores, and go to their first aid section, and just get like whatever you're gonna spend on gear, spend the same amount that you would on a jacket and a nice pair of boots on a first aid kit. So this first aid kit cost me about $300, way more expensive than the Tremoto, but I have 2 cat tourniquets right here, and make sure you take them apart and you stage them so that you're not fiddling around with plastic. I have some gloves right here, some wound gauze. I don't want to take everything out because then I'm gonna have to put it all back, but I have wound packing gauze, compression gauze, some trauma dressing, some wound seal. This stuff is really cool, especially if you have kids and they like get a cut on their finger. You can just, it's like a little powder and you like pour it on a cut and it instantly like coagulates the blood and it literally seals up the wound in like a second, like what it says. Have some tape here, some wound tape, more gloves, some Israeli bandages, some of this. This is very good. This is like impregnated gauze with the quick clot stuff in it. So you don't have to pour that on the wound. You just stuff this and then stuff the rest of your gauze in it. And what is this? Oh, this is petroleum gauze. So, and one thing I will say is get some training, y'all. Just like you did with the MSF course. Every city around the United States has a place where you can go get your CPR certification. Every place in the United States, you can go somewhere and get taught a stop the bleed course. It's very important that you do that because you're riding these machines. Who knows if you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to go on this ride or something like that. And then worst case scenario, somebody uses too much a front brake in a corner, rolls over gravel. Then you and your group is the first ones on scene and nobody knows what to do. Like, I'd rather be the one to know what to do instead of hoping that somebody knows what to do. Because I hate like putting my trust in other people, which, I mean, speaks a lot for why am I riding a motorcycle if I don't like trusting other people. But like, you can't, because nobody's really going to come and save you. Even if you were on this motorcycle and somebody sees you go down, you're solo. If you can talk, make sure that you can like let them know, either put it on your bag, which I need to get a first aid cross for my bag and a first aid patch for this. But it's just so that somebody knows that you have first aid on hand, because most people will just stop and like fight or freeze. They'll freeze a lot of the time, especially if something traumatic like that happens. So make sure that you get training and get a first aid kit. Number 5 of things I've learned on my first 1,000 miles. So this one is going to be a little bit different. So just learning how much you really don't need music. Like, yes, I'm speaking to you through my car right now, but like when I'm driving a car, I feel like I always have to have music on, and this may just be me. I have ADD, so it's like I always feel like I have to be doing something, or I can just zone out and like boom, just spawn back in my house if I'm driving a car. And I like that I have to be connected with the machine, connected to the road, and I cannot for a millisecond let my guard go down. And it also helps that I can listen to music if I want, but I don't have to listen to music if I want. Like, I can just listen to the sound of the engine, the sound of the cars around me, the sound of the wind. I can listen to all of that, and I can feel just the same, if not better, than if I have music blasting in my car door or the bass bumping on my truck. It's like, it's way night and day, because this specifically, you can't pull your phone out and look at it. You can in a car. I'm not condoning texting and driving. Do not text and drive. But you can't, like, at a stoplight, who wants to scroll on their phone while they're at a stoplight? Like that just takes the whole immersion of using this machine away from the user. You're not enjoying the ride. You're not doing what's intended with this machine. You are completely negating that, and you're just, oh yeah, just another day. But no, I don't have to listen to music, and I'm fine with that. I I like being in tune with this machine. I like knowing knowing that I've let the clutch out a little bit too far at a stoplight, hearing it bog, and then pulling it in, giving it some more throttle, and then going. I enjoy the coming to a stop and gear shifting down. This doesn't have an auto blipper, anything like that. No quick shift or anything. So I enjoy that. Enjoy learning the first gear. Like I said in my previous video, the first gear is kind of hard. So you have to be at least like 15 miles an hour for it to engage softly. But I've learned that if you pull the clutch in just a little bit and let the throttle just slowly ease off of it while you're coming to a stop, and then pull that front brake, you stop so smooth. I've been working on that for the entire 1,000 miles of trying to stop this bike smoothly, and I am so close to mastering it, and I'm so proud of myself just for that. And that moves us perfectly into number 6, is that all these little things that you're adding up, all these good habits that you're creating, they give you a sense of accomplishment, and they help you to realize the kind of rider that you are and the kind of rider that you want to be, because a lot of people, they look at the motorcycle, they look at the motorcyclist, they're like, oh, he hates his life. What a dick. He's flying on the highway, like, but there's somebody on that machine. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know if they've spent hours at tracks, or you don't know if they've just bought that bike 2 days ago. So I think that it's just the sense of accomplishment and learning how to ride these machines is way more satisfaction than I ever got with anything that I've done ever. Yeah, I was a gun YouTuber for a while, and I love my guns. I love my guns so much, but I can't shoot every single day. I can ride this majority of the days. Today, I can't really ride it because it's like super, super wet, like flood warnings and everything here in Texas. But like, I can ride this, and I don't have to worry about gas. I think half a tank, 2 gallons, 2.5 gallons is like $10 right now. So I'm spending $10 to get to and from work. And the ride to work, amazing. The ride from work, still amazing, just different. But all that being said is that the final thing I want y'all to take away from this video is that these 1,000 miles have been so pivotal in my motorcycling career that I continue for the next 1,000 and the next 1,000, because I don't think that I will ever give this hobby up. I think this is probably something that I will do for the rest of my life, and I pray and I hope that for the rest of my life I will never have to deal with anything that takes me away from this hobby, because it's not just a hobby. It's a way to commute. It's a way to get to work. It's a way to go do something. It's a way to meet new people. Like, this is an awesome like thing that I have gotten into, and yeah, y'all, let me know what your thoughts. And this is Nick signing off. I will see you later.
This is my first time lane filtering. As you can see, I use hand signals to get over, and then I just slow down to this light here, and then I just squeeze through here. And when you're in between these cars, you don't seem that close. It looks way closer on this video. And then this was a close call of where I almost hit this curb right here. So just check this out. Don't forget to make sure you like and subscribe. Whoa. Yeah, that was close. Have a good one. Peace.